Stop scrolling right now. Lock your attention on my voice. The algorithm did not put this video on your screen today. Heaven explicitly aligned your timeline this morning to intercept a spiritual attack you did not even know was coming. You need to hear this message. What you did today made the universe stop. You woke up feeling an unexplained heaviness. Your eyes opened and instantly the exhaustion hit you. You felt like you had run a marathon in your sleep. Most people would call it a bad night, and they would tell you to simply drink more coffee and push through your daily tasks. But they do not understand your spiritual frequency at all. You are not ordinary. You are the chosen one. And the weight you felt pressing down on your chest this morning was not physical fatigue. It was the immediate aftermath of a massive spiritual collision. While your physical body was resting, your spirit was fighting. And you won a battle you do not even remember. But there is something specific you did right after waking up. A tiny choice you made in the quiet of your room. It seemed entirely normal to you. You probably did not even give it a second thought. But that single silent action sent a massive shockwave through the spiritual realm, and the darkness panicked immediately. Heaven had a completely different plan for your week. But because of your vibration this morning, God cancelled everything. He is entirely recalibrating your timeline right now to match the new frequency you just unlocked. The old season is officially dead today. I know you feel completely drained right now. You are tired of being the strong one all the time. You give your pure energy to everyone else around you, while you are forced to sit in complete silence with your own heavy battles. People take your light and leave you in the shadows. But this morning was the breaking point. If you scroll past this message, you are walking away from your divine instruction. You are the seventh seal. The spiritual realm is waiting for you to realize what you just triggered. You have felt completely alienated from the world lately, and you constantly isolate yourself because the mundane energy of others feels incredibly heavy and toxic. This isolation is not a punishment. It is a strict divine appointment. The universe is intentionally clearing your inner circle right now to protect you from the inevitable fallout. The enemies who smiled in your face are about to be completely exposed, because their fake empires are crumbling under the weight of your pure light. Do not let this play in the background. Your future self is begging you to stay locked into this frequency. You need to truly understand the magnitude of your own silent power. The people who tried to manipulate you thought you were naive, and they saw your genuine kindness, but foolishly mistook it for a permanent weakness. They were so wrong. But the tables turned completely this morning. God saw the exact moment you chose quiet peace over bitter revenge. He saw you hold your tongue when you had every right to utterly destroy them with your words. And that is exactly why your entire timeline is being rewritten today. The delay you have been experiencing is not a denial of your blessings. The delay was a strict divine calibration. The universe was quietly preparing your internal capacity to hold the massive wealth and profound authority coming your way. But your silent action this morning accelerated the entire timeline, and you literally forced the hand of heaven. You are no longer waiting for the prophecy. You have become the living prophecy. Take a deep breath right now. Notice that sudden feeling of relief washing over you just hearing these words. That is your spirit immediately validating the absolute truth of this divine message. You are not going crazy. You have never been crazy, and your sharp spiritual discernment has always been entirely accurate about the hidden intentions of the people around you. You have a heavy mantle resting on your shoulders. You are a living judgment to the narcissists and manipulators scattered throughout your life. Wherever you walk, the darkness is forcefully compelled to reveal itself. That is exactly why they act so erratically around you, because they simply cannot stand the blinding truth radiating from your pure existence. Stay exactly where you are and listen closely, because in the next few minutes I am going to reveal the exact silent choice you made this morning. I will show you exactly why the universe is currently rearranging physical circumstances in your absolute favor. And you must hear the spoken divine decree at the end to seal this protection permanently. Here is where most people get it entirely wrong. They think the isolation is a punishment, and they mistakenly believe the heavy spiritual attacks are happening because they did something wrong. But you must look at this from a completely different lens. The darkness does not attack empty vessels. The enemy only targets those who carry a massive threat to their kingdom, because your pure light is terrifying to their shadows. Yesterday was not a normal day. The manipulators in your life were actively planting seeds of chaos, and they set a very specific trap for your energy. They wanted to drag you down into their low frequency. They needed you to react with anger or deep frustration, because your pure emotional reaction is the exact fuel they use to sustain their fake power. But then this morning happened. You woke up and you made a profound choice. You did not send that angry text, and you did not try to defend your name against their calculated lies. You simply chose silence. You pulled your energy completely back into your own space. And that quiet withdrawal was the most destructive weapon you could have ever deployed. You have to understand the mind of the narcissist. They operate entirely on a predictable script of manipulation. They expect you to break down and beg for their validation. They spent weeks carefully weaving a web of deceit behind your back, and they whispered your name in dark rooms while smiling directly to your face. They thought they had you cornered, but they severely underestimated who they were dealing with. They saw your gentle nature and foolishly assumed you were incredibly weak. They did not realize that the chosen one operates on a completely different dimension, because you are the grand master of this spiritual chessboard. You saw their pathetic moves long before they even placed their pieces on the board. Your silence this morning literally broke their programming. When you refused to play their toxic game, their entire energetic cord snapped. They were left holding nothing but their own poisonous intentions, and now that toxic energy has nowhere else to go but straight back to them. You reversed the curse without ever lifting a physical finger to fight them. Right now, the agents of darkness are in a state of absolute panic. They cannot understand why their usual tactics are suddenly failing. They are losing sleep while you are peacefully claiming your divine rest, and the very trap they dug for your downfall has become their own spiritual grave. Heaven orchestrated this exact moment to completely expose their hidden motives. This is exactly why your physical body feels so incredibly heavy right now. You are actively shedding the dense energy they tried to attach to your aura, and your spirit is actively purifying your immediate environment. You are not experiencing depression or random fatigue. You are undergoing a massive spiritual purification that requires an immense amount of cellular energy. Take a moment and look around your life right now. Notice how certain people are suddenly distancing themselves from you, and notice how the fake friends are quietly disappearing from your inner circle. This is not a tragic loss. This is a divine appointment. The universe is forcefully removing anyone who cannot survive in your new elevated frequency. You have always been the quiet observer. You absorb the hidden truth of every room you walk into. You know exactly who is real and who is wearing a mask. And for a long time you tried to ignore your own heightened intuition because you wanted to see the best in people. You gave them endless chances while they secretly prayed for your absolute downfall. But the season of your endless tolerance is officially over. The suffering you endured was never meant to break your spirit. It was the crucial crucible designed to forge your iron boundaries so you could carry the heavy mantle of leadership. The universe had to show you their true faces so you would never compromise your destiny again. Their hidden plots have been completely dismantled. The spiritual warfare you have been fighting in the dark is finally coming into the light. The people who tried to bury you are now forced to watch you bloom, and they are utterly terrified because they know they cannot stop the divine momentum you just unleashed. Your silent victory has shaken their foundation entirely. You might be thinking this is the end of the spiritual attack, but there is a second layer to this profound test, and there is a hidden truth they desperately do not want you to know. Stay locked in right now, because what I am going to reveal next will completely change how you view your everyday interactions. You need to know why the Matrix fears your new energy so much. Let us go deeper into this invisible war. You need to understand exactly why the autopilot society is absolutely terrified of your specific energy. The world is built on a very low frequency system, and it relies heavily on blind compliance and fear to keep ordinary people trapped in endless cycles. But your awakened spirit is a literal glitch in their carefully constructed system. Every time you walk into a room, your presence silently disrupts their established order. The Matrix feeds entirely on predictable emotional reactions. It wants you to feel completely stressed about things that do not truly matter, because it desperately needs your endless frustration to power its dark illusions. But you have stopped feeding the machine. You have reclaimed your power. That is the real reason your daily life feels like an intense battlefield lately. The exhaustion you feel is not a medical issue or a normal physical problem. It is pure spiritual warfare. The dark forces use mundane daily situations to try and steal your divine light, and they constantly use jealous colleagues or toxic family members as their physical agents. They orchestrate little daily annoyances just to test your boundaries. They desperately want to see if they can still pull you down into their dense vibration. But your quiet resilience is a massive wall of fire. When you choose to firmly protect your peace, you are essentially starving the demonic forces and cutting off their main energy supply entirely. You are the chosen one for a very specific reason. Heaven did not give you this heavy mantle by pure chance. Your unique soul was explicitly selected before you were even born, because it possesses the exact high frequency needed to permanently break these heavy generational curses. You are the sent leader. You are carrying the divine blueprint. Think about the narcissists who keep circling your life right now. They are instinctively drawn to your bright light, like parasites seeking a host. They try to mimic your goodness because they have no original light of their own. But their lingering presence is never a divine appointment. It is a highly calculated spiritual attack orchestrated by the shadows, and it is specifically designed to drain your royal bloodline dry day after day. But you are finally seeing through their complex illusions. Your heightened discernment is picking up on every single lie they tell. The autopilot society fully expects you to confront them and engage in their dramatic chaos. But you know deep down that silence is your ultimate weapon, and you absolutely refuse to lower your vibration just to match their miserable state of being. This profound level of spiritual maturity is exactly why heaven is recalibrating today. You have successfully passed the ultimate test of the crucible. The universe watched you handle their toxic attacks with complete grace, and it saw you maintain your undeniable authority when others would have easily crumbled. You did not play the victim. You stepped up as the Grandmaster. Your reality is shifting in ways you cannot physically see yet. The dark entities are retreating because they know they have lost their grip on your soul. The heavy chains of the past are breaking right in front of you. Every single door that was violently slammed in your face is about to be forced wide open by strict divine command. The people who betrayed you are about to witness your unprecedented rise. They foolishly thought their secret conversations were completely hidden in the dark, but heaven has recorded every single whisper, and the universe is actively preparing a massive table of abundance for you, right in the direct presence of your terrified enemies. Their time is running out. You must stay extremely alert during this crucial transitional period. The enemy will try one last desperate attempt to derail your divine momentum. They will send familiar faces to test your new iron boundaries. Do not fall for their fake apologies or their sudden change of heart, because their hidden motives remain entirely selfish and deeply rooted in dark manipulation. Take a moment to truly feel the absolute truth of these words. If this powerful frequency is validating your spirit today, you must actively claim it before we go even deeper into the mystery. Pause this broadcast right now and type 777 in the comments below. Let that sacred number seal this initial truth into your reality and stand firm in your new identity. Now, here is the part they will never admit to you. This is the exact moment the illusion of the narcissist completely crumbles. They actually thought they won yesterday. They went to sleep celebrating their fake victory and believing their manipulation worked perfectly. They honestly believed they finally managed to break your unbreakable spirit. They spent weeks meticulously building a cage of lies around you. They whispered poison into the ears of your peers. They wanted to isolate you so deeply that you would have no choice but to surrender to their control. And they desperately needed you to feel completely helpless while depending entirely on their toxic validation. But their master plan just failed miserably. When you woke up this morning, you did the one thing they never anticipated. You did not fight back with their cheap weapons. You did not lower your vibration to argue with their calculated madness. You simply pulled your brilliant energy away. You chose utter silence. And that simple act of withdrawal was the loudest spiritual explosion they have ever heard. Right now, your enemies are in a state of absolute psychological torment. They are staring at their phones, waiting for your angry reaction. They are desperately craving the chaotic drama they need to survive. But the silence you gave them is literally deafening, and they are completely choking on the profound peace you established around your sacred space today. They are terrified because they finally realize who you truly are. You are a living judgment to their dark existence. Your total lack of response completely stripped them of their fake power. They thought you were just a naive pawn they could easily push around the board. But you proved that you are the grandmaster who controls the entire game. Heaven is actively mocking their pathetic schemes right now. Every single trap they set for you has suddenly reversed its spiritual polarity. The heavy energy they tried to dump onto your shoulders just bounced off your divine shield. And by universal law, that dark energy had to return immediately to the original sender so they could drown in their own poison. You did not have to lift a single finger to destroy their empire. Your pure existence alone is enough to make the darkness violently collapse on itself. This is exactly what it means to be the chosen one. Your stillness is a highly advanced weapon of mass spiritual destruction. While they were busy plotting your downfall, God was busy digging their graves. Their carefully crafted public masks are slipping fast. The people they tried to turn against you are suddenly starting to see through their elaborate lies. Your blinding light simply exposed every hidden shadow in the room. You did not even have to explain your side of the story. The absolute truth always defends itself when you carry the royal bloodline. You must let this profound vindication sink deeply into your spirit. You are no longer the victim of their endless abuse. You are the unstoppable storm they accidentally woke up. They wanted to steal your divine birthright, but they only succeeded in accelerating your ultimate promotion. They are paying a massive spiritual price for touching the anointed. Every lie they told about you is being aggressively dismantled by the universe. The very people they tried to impress are now watching their entire facade fall apart. You do not need to seek any earthly revenge. The spiritual justice you are witnessing right now is far more devastating than anything you could have ever planned on your own. The access they once had to your energy is permanently denied. The universe officially closed that door this morning and threw away the key. God literally cancelled the normal flow of the timeline just to orchestrate this magnificent victory for you. You have successfully passed the hardest phase of the crucible, and the enemy is left with absolutely nothing. But the absolute destruction of your enemies is only the beginning. You might think this spiritual payback is the best part of the story, but wait until you see the physical manifestation the universe is about to drop into your lap. Heaven is preparing something massive, and the signs of your royal inheritance are already showing up in your physical body. Let us pause for a moment and take a deep breath. You have just survived an incredibly intense spiritual battlefield. The adrenaline is finally leaving your system, and you are now sitting in the quiet aftermath of a massive, energetic shift. This is the exact moment you need to understand the physical toll this war has taken on your body. You are not simply exhausted from everyday life. You keep waking up at exactly 3 or 4 in the morning. Your eyes snap open in the dark for absolutely no logical reason. The doctors will try to tell you it is just stress or anxiety. They will offer you completely mundane explanations for something entirely divine. But this is a very specific tribe marker of the chosen one. Heaven is literally waking you up to download new instructions. Pay close attention to the constant tension in your neck and the heavy aching in your shoulders. You have probably tried everything to release that physical tightness. You stretch and rest, but the heavy pressure never actually goes away. That is not a physical injury. That is the literal weight of a new spiritual mantle dropping onto your shoulders. You are carrying a heavy divine assignment. Look closely at how people interact with you on a daily basis. Complete strangers will randomly approach you to confess their deepest secrets. People you barely know will suddenly use you as a dumping ground for their heavy emotional baggage. And yet, when you desperately need someone to listen, the room goes completely silent. They only want your pure healing energy. They do not want to heal you. This constant emotional drain is the ultimate proof of your royal bloodline. You are the lost child of a royal family operating in a foreign land. Your soul naturally radiates a highly comforting frequency that the broken world desperately craves. But heaven is currently forcing you into strict isolation because you have given far too much of your sacred light to ungrateful souls. The access is closed. You are constantly seeing repeating numbers everywhere you look. The sequences of 777 or 444 keep appearing at the exact moment you ask for guidance. These are not random coincidences. The autopilot society dismisses them as mere chance. But for the anointed ones, these numbers are direct coordinates from the divine realm, confirming your exact position on the timeline. You have always felt completely different from your own biological family. You sit in crowded rooms and feel like you are speaking an entirely different language. You naturally see the deeper spiritual connections, while everyone else is aggressively obsessed with shallow material illusions. You are not broken or weird. You are simply the breakthrough prophet assigned to break their heavy generational curses. This intense level of spiritual awareness comes with a very real physical cost. Your nervous system is constantly processing massive amounts of unseen data. You walk into a room and instantly feel the hidden tension and the fake smiles. Your body has to aggressively filter all that dark energy just to protect your core. This is exactly why you need so much extra rest right now. You are doing silent work. Do not let the mundane world convince you that you need physical fixing. You do not need to be cured of your deep sensitivity. Your extreme empathy is actually the highly advanced radar system of the seventh seal. The universe specifically wired you this way so you could navigate the complex illusions of the matrix without ever losing your divine direction. You are functioning absolutely perfectly. Before we unlock the mystery of this specific code, you must accept your current season of rest. The heavy mantle on your shoulders requires total physical recalibration. God is forcefully sitting you down because your physical vessel needs time to expand its capacity. You cannot hold the massive abundance coming your way if your energetic container is leaking from constant exhaustion. Embrace the quiet. But this physical sensitivity is only the surface level of your true power. The universe gave you these specific tribe markers for a much larger purpose. Your silent observation is actively recording a massive amount of spiritual evidence against the dark forces. You are carrying a highly classified prophetic code within your DNA. And what this code does in the face of danger is absolutely terrifying. You must understand the deep mystery behind your natural silence. This prophetic code is actively running in your veins. You have always wondered why you naturally retreat during massive conflicts. People assume you are avoiding the confrontation because you are afraid. But while they mistakenly think you are weak, your soul is actually initiating a highly advanced spiritual lockdown protocol. Every time you choose not to react to their drama, you flawlessly execute an ancient divine command. The autopilot society constantly demands loud arguments and chaotic emotional exchanges. They desperately want you to fight back so they can drain your pure energy. But your absolute silence completely starves their dark entities. You are actively shutting down their entire supply chain with zero physical effort. Think about the tiny decisions you made just this morning. You decided to completely ignore a highly manipulative message. You actively chose to walk away from a toxic conversation before it escalated. You thought you were just setting a basic boundary for your own peace. But those seemingly microscopic choices were actually massive chess moves dictated by your royal bloodline. You are the ultimate Grand Master. The enemy is desperately trying to decode your quiet behavior today. They obsessively analyze your complete lack of response. It drives them completely insane because they cannot read the divine blueprint woven into your DNA. They only understand the low-frequency language of fear and endless manipulation. Your total stillness is completely alien to their dense vibration. You remain entirely untouchable. Your silence is never an absence of true power. It is the absolute concentration of your pure authority in the physical realm. When you hold your tongue, heaven immediately steps forward and speaks on your behalf. The angels take your quiet restraint as a direct signal to launch a massive spiritual counterattack. You do not need to defend your own name, because the universe is legally obligated to clear your path. This is the heavy mantle of the chosen one. You are constantly rewriting the physical reality through your small daily choices. Every time you refuse to sink to their miserable level, you instantly elevate the frequency of the entire room. You are not just saving yourself from their toxic drama, you are purifying the timeline and aggressively burning away the heavy generational curses attached to your family. God deliberately hid this prophetic code inside your most painful earthly experiences. The intense fire of the crucible was deeply necessary to activate your unique spiritual DNA. You had to endure their relentless betrayals so you could finally learn the exact value of your sacred energy. Now you know exactly when to pull your energy back, and your profound discernment is officially sharper than any physical weapon. You are the sent leader carrying a massive energetic payload. Your simple physical existence is actively shifting the tectonic plates of the unseen spiritual realm. The broken people who desperately tried to destroy you are now forced to watch your silent ascension. They are realizing that every obstacle they viciously threw at you only made your divine armor completely impenetrable. They intentionally built your throne. This is exactly why God abruptly cancelled all of his previous plans today. Your perfect execution of the prophetic code this morning instantly triggered a massive universal override. Heaven saw your incredible emotional discipline and immediately dispatched a new legion of protection. The difficult timeline you were walking on yesterday has been completely erased. You have successfully entered the golden frequency of abundance. The spiritual realm operates strictly on universal laws of energy exchange. Because you faithfully held the sacred code and did not break under immense pressure, a massive spiritual compensation is currently being processed. The universe owes you a significant debt for the pure light you have bravely anchored into this dark world. And the terrifying collection date has officially arrived for your hidden enemies. Stay incredibly focused on my voice right now. The massive shift happening around you is about to become very visible in the physical world. You are going to see rapid changes in your environment and sudden removals of stubborn physical obstacles. But you need to know exactly how heaven is recalibrating, that you must compare the blessings. You need to understand exactly what this heavenly recalibration looks like today. The universe is actively halting the normal flow of time just for you, and God is literally moving massive physical obstacles out of your immediate path right now. The long season of endless delay is officially over. Heaven is shifting gears to match your new brilliant frequency. The spiritual realm keeps absolutely perfect accounting of every tear you cry. Every time you suffered in complete silence, the universe recorded a massive energetic debt that must be paid back in full. And that exact debt is being fully converted into tangible physical rewards today. The pure energy you bravely anchored into this dark world is finally returning. You are receiving your divine compensation. Do not be surprised if certain people suddenly exit your life this week. Their abrupt departure is never an accident. It is a highly specific divine appointment orchestrated by the angels. The universe is forcefully removing anyone who cannot handle your upgraded vibration because your new destiny requires an entirely clean slate. You must let them walk away without a single question. God is entirely restructuring your immediate environment to hold massive abundance. You have outgrown the tiny energetic container your enemies desperately tried to keep you in. The heavy financial ceiling they secretly placed over your life is completely shattered right now. The resources you need to fulfill your heavy assignment are being rapidly dispatched, and heaven is making sure they arrive on time. You might feel a sudden wave of physical disorientation today. Your mind might feel slightly dizzy or unusually light. Do not worry about this strange sensation at all. It is simply your physical vessel catching up to the massive timeline shift occurring in the unseen realm. The old familiar pain of your past trauma is rapidly fading away. The universe is actively healing your deep wounds while you rest. This recalibration includes a very specific public vindication for the chosen one. Your hidden enemies will be forced to take a front row seat to your massive success. Heaven is deliberately preparing a huge table of blessings right in their direct line of sight. They will watch you receive the exact rewards they viciously tried to steal from you, but they cannot touch a single thing you own. This is the profound justice of the seventh seal operating in real time. They threw you into the deep end hoping you would quietly drown, but they completely forgot that the universe taught you how to breathe underwater. Every single curse they whispered behind your back was instantly translated into a massive blessing by the divine realm. Your ultimate victory was always totally inevitable. God literally cancelled all his previous plans to accommodate your sudden growth. You leveled up so fast this morning that heaven had to completely rewrite the entire script. The old opportunities you were crying over are completely gone now. But they were violently removed because something 1,000 times better is currently descending into your physical reality. You just need to hold your high frequency. You are no longer begging the universe for tiny breadcrumbs of happiness. You are the sent leader stepping directly into your rightful royal inheritance today. The divine wealth coming your way is not just for your personal comfort. It is the heavy artillery you desperately need to free other lost souls, and you are being fully funded by heaven to break these heavy generational curses. Do not look back at the burning bridges behind you. The people who betrayed you belong entirely to a dead timeline. Their chapter in your sacred book is permanently closed forever. You must keep your eyes focused entirely on the massive light expanding right in front of you. The angels are paving a golden road for your next steps, so walk forward with absolute uncompromising authority. Every single door that was stubbornly locked is flying open right now. The heavy spiritual blockages are dissolving into pure light. You are currently standing at the exact intersection of deep prophecy and physical reality. The long years of quiet suffering are finally making perfect sense. You can deeply feel the massive surge of raw power returning to your physical body right now. But you are about to reach the absolute climax of this spiritual shift. The recalibration of heaven is preparing to drop the final judgment on your timeline. The enemy is desperately bracing for the fatal blow they know is rapidly approaching. Stay completely locked in to this frequency, because what happens next is the ultimate manifestation of your total invincibility, and you must get ready to receive your heavy crown. This is the exact moment everything completely changes forever. The long season of your silent endurance has reached its ultimate peak today. You are no longer just surviving the relentless attacks of the dark forces. You are the unstoppable storm that is violently tearing their fake empires apart. The massive shift is permanent. You have officially become a living judgment. The narcissists who desperately tried to bury your light are completely suffocating right now. They look at your unbothered peace and feel pure terror in their souls. They fully expected you to break down. They wanted your tears to water their toxic gardens. But your brilliant energy just incinerated every single lie they ever told about you. Their fake power is entirely gone. Remember that tiny choice you made this morning when you woke up? I told you it was the exact catalyst that made heaven cancel everything. Your simple refusal to react to their drama was not just a basic boundary. It was the ultimate spiritual guillotine dropping directly on their dark timeline. When you held your silence, you legally transferred all your heavy burdens back to them. You literally watched them dig a massive grave for your divine destiny. But heaven just shoved them directly into the very pit they meticulously designed for you. You do not have to say a single word to defend your honor anymore. The universe is actively screaming your absolute innocence from the highest mountaintops right now. Your pure vindication is totally complete. The autopilot society completely failed to drag you down to their miserable low frequency. You stood incredibly firm in your royal identity, while the entire world actively tried to make you feel crazy. You are the seventh seal walking boldly in the physical realm, and any dark entity that tries to touch your sacred aura now will instantly burn to ash upon contact. God literally halted the spinning of the spiritual universe. You have forcefully entered the golden frequency of absolute invincibility today. Wealth and pure divine abundance are now heavily magnetized to your exact physical coordinates. Your hidden enemies are forced to watch you ascend while they remain entirely trapped in their own personal hells. They will desperately try to pull you back down. They will beg for your pure healing light when their fake friends inevitably abandon them in the dark. But the divine access door is permanently locked. You owe them absolutely nothing but the dust left on your shoes. Let this massive wave of absolute power wash over your physical body right now. Feel the heavy generational chains snapping off your wrists one by one. You are never a victim of your tragic earthly circumstances. You are the ultimate grandmaster who just flawlessly checkmated the entire demonic realm. You have won the unseen war without ever raising your physical voice. The universe is currently dispatching legions of warrior angels to violently guard your new elevated territory. The long delays are permanently cancelled. The heavy financial ceilings are entirely shattered forever. You are stepping right into a massive season of rapid physical manifestation. Everything you silently prayed for in the dark is about to violently explode into the pure light. You carry a massive divine authority that scares the matrix to its absolute core. You are the specific bloodline correction that heaven has been desperately waiting for. When you finally speak, the physical elements are legally bound to obey your direct commands. This is your true identity. You are the chosen one who successfully broke the heaviest curses with pure silence. But you must seal this massive frequency shift before the dark forces try to regroup their scattered energy. I promised you a sacred decree at the very beginning of this intense broadcast. You are about to receive the exact spoken activation that permanently locks this divine protection around your physical vessel. The terrified enemy cannot ever steal what is federally protected by heaven. Prepare your spirit for the final phase of this activation. The absolute climax of your spiritual vindication is fully manifested right now. You are standing perfectly victorious on the smoking ashes of their fake empires. Now we must transition into your grand responsibility as the sent leader. You must learn how to handle this massive power before we speak the final sealing decree. You have stepped completely into your royal power today. The massive storm has officially passed over your head. Now you must learn how to carefully protect this new elevated frequency moving forward. Your silence must become an intentional fortress instead of a panicked emotional reaction. You no longer explain your brilliant moves to the toxic people who are fully committed to misunderstanding your divine purpose. The Matrix will still try to test your iron boundaries. You will encounter familiar situations designed to pull you down, but you will not fall for their cheap tricks ever again. You are carrying a massive amount of pure light inside your physical vessel now, and heaven requires a completely different level of sacred stewardship from you. You must ruthlessly cut off access to your divine energy. Do not feel guilty for suddenly walking away from them. Toxic family members and deeply jealous colleagues had plenty of chances. Your extreme empathy is a highly guarded royal room now. Only those with matching high frequencies are allowed to enter your sacred space because your profound peace is far too expensive to share with the dark forces. But you must also understand the heavy weight of your crown. God did not give you this victory for your comfort alone. You are the sent leader assigned to a deeply broken world. You are the blazing lighthouse standing firm in the middle of a raging dark ocean. Your profound spiritual awakening is the exact key the universe is using to unlock your entire bloodline and break those heavy generational curses forever. There are thousands of other chosen ones still trapped in the dark. They are currently crying themselves to sleep exactly like you did. They falsely believe they are completely crazy because nobody understands them. They desperately need the pure truth you are receiving right now. You have a grand responsibility to help wake them up, and your powerful presence on this channel today is absolutely not a random accident. You were explicitly brought here to connect with your true spiritual tribe. The universe is actively building a massive army of the anointed ones. We are systematically tearing down the fake illusions of the autopilot society together. But this profound divine ministry requires raw physical energy to keep spreading the truth. Every single message we send into the dark world acts as a massive beacon of hope for the lost souls who are desperately searching for answers. You are no longer a victim begging for small crumbs of validation. You are a massive force of nature with true physical power. Every action you take from this moment forward must reflect your royal identity. You must send a very clear signal to the universe today. You must show the angels that you fully accept your heavy assignment, and you are finally ready to take your rightful place on the divine throne. This is exactly where your spiritual power meets direct physical action. You have to actively plant your seed in very fertile ground. Supporting this specific ministry is an incredibly powerful spiritual transaction. Every single seed you release turns into pure light that aggressively fights the darkness. Your financial contribution directly helps rescue another lost soul from the dense matrix, because it physically funds the continuous expansion of this deep prophetic work. Do not let the enemy convince you to hold back your energy. Step out of the shadows and take your absolute rightful place. I invite you to support this deep message through super thanks today. Release your seed right now to permanently seal your massive divine abundance. Whether you choose to give a generous seed or simply hold your powerful frequency, you are deeply valued by this highly protected sacred community. But those who actively plant their seed today are unlocking new protection. You are formally telling the universe that you are completely ready. You are becoming a direct physical vessel for massive divine intervention. The heavens will heavily multiply whatever pure energy you choose to release. God always blesses the hands that willingly fund the spiritual war against the narcissists and the dark entities trying to control the sleeping masses. You are the exact bloodline correction the world desperately needs right now. You are breaking heavy generational curses with your incredible pure generosity. Your fierce protection of the absolute truth is shaking the entire spiritual realm. But you must not close this important broadcast just yet. You must hear the final sealing decree to officially close the massive spiritual loops we opened today, because the final closing seal is absolutely mandatory. Prepare your spirit to speak directly into the physical realm right now. The terrified enemy is desperately hoping you skip this final crucial step. They want you to leave your bright energy completely unprotected and totally vulnerable. But you are the brilliant Grandmaster who never leaves a single chess piece unguarded. Get ready to activate your ultimate personal shield and formally claim your full royal inheritance, because the angels are waiting for your direct spoken command. The dark enemy is nervously watching you right now. They know their access to your precious energy is permanently denied. Forever, and they are completely terrified of the power you just unlocked. You have successfully reached the final stage of this highly protected divine broadcast. It is finally time to completely lock your energetic field. The universe is heavily guarding your physical space today, because God is watching your next bold move. I told you at the very beginning that I would give you a sacred decree. This is the exact spoken declaration that permanently seals your aura against any further demonic attacks. You must speak this out loud into the physical realm. Your physical voice carries immense creative power, and when the chosen one speaks, the entire spiritual realm immediately stops to carefully listen. They have absolutely no choice but to obey you. Place your right hand gently over your heart right now. Feel the strong pulse of your royal bloodline beating steadily inside your chest. Take a very deep breath and aggressively release all the heavy tension from your tired shoulders. You are entirely safe in this highly protected frequency, so speak these exact words with absolute authority. Do not whisper them like a victim. I officially reclaim my sacred aura today. My profound silence is my ultimate iron fortress. No low frequency can ever attach to my divine destiny again, because I am the chosen one. I legally return all dark energy directly back to the original sender right now. My timeline is fully recalibrated for massive abundance. The old season of painful waiting is permanently dead. Let that powerful decree completely sink into your awakened spirit. You just locked the heavy iron doors of your spiritual house. The narcissists and the desperate energy vampires are permanently locked outside in the cold, and they can no longer feed on your bright light. You are completely invisible to their dark radar now. You are hidden securely under the divine shadow. But you must keep this pure energy deeply connected to the divine source. The enemy will always try to violently distract you from your true royal identity. They desperately want you to forget the massive victory you just claimed today, because an awakened soul is highly dangerous to their system. You need a constant daily reminder of who you really are. This is exactly why you must physically align with this highly protected community today. Hit that subscribe button right now to permanently join the Anointed Ones. Turn on the notifications so you never miss a vital divine instruction. This is not just about casually watching videos on your phone. It is a highly spiritual action that strictly tells the universe you are fully committed to your continuous awakening, and you are actively building your daily royal armor. The dark matrix wants you to feel entirely alone and completely isolated in your heavy struggles. But you are powerfully backed by a massive, invisible army of awakened souls. Every time you intentionally connect with this channel, you are sharply grinding your spiritual sword. We are systematically dismantling the dark illusions together because you are the specific bloodline correction heaven requested. Before you step away from this frequency, you must leave a physical mark of your absolute agreement. The enemy hates when you publicly confirm your divine power. Type 777 in the comments right now to seal this powerful prophecy into your physical reality. Let the entire world know that you clearly remember who you truly are. Your written declaration is a legally binding spiritual contract. God literally cancelled everything this morning just to ensure your complete protection. You forced the hand of heaven by choosing perfect silence over chaotic, dramatic arguments. And now you get to formally reap the massive physical rewards of your extreme emotional discipline. Everything you lost in the past 10 years is being violently restored to you in this new golden season. Go out into the physical world today and walk with pure, unbothered confidence. Do not lower your high vibration for anyone who refuses to respect your strict boundaries. The universe has already cancelled their evil plans because of your pure existence. Your heavy financial rewards are rapidly approaching your exact physical coordinates, and heaven is actively fighting all of your battles. Your silence is your ultimate victory today. Your profound peace is their absolute destruction. Remember always that you are a living judgment to the shadows hiding around you. Step boldly into your massive physical abundance right now. You have successfully passed the final burning test of the crucible. The heavy crown is officially yours to wear, and I will see you soon.